to overtime. Dwayne Wade right at the body of Anderson Varejao. Welcome to your Kodak moment, Anderson Varejao.
Doncic pulls up, three-pointer. Bang! Bang! It's good! Doncic wins the game at the buzzer!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the 3OT. It's so good to be back. It's another Tuesday, which means another week of sports. As always, we're going to start off with the NBA, although there is significantly less news there. Before we get into it, I want to say you can call in every Tuesday 3 to 4 with any of your questions at 802-440-4668. Again, 802-440-4668. Lots of stuff has happened this week. Of course, we haven't had any new NBA games because the finals ended last week. However, we do have some news as it relates to the draft. Always, one of my favorite parts of the year, the lead up to the NBA draft or, the off season. This one doesn't have the potential to be as hectic as last. As we know, the order is 1 Wolves, 2 Warriors, 3 Hornets, 4 Bulls, 5 Cavs, 6 Hawks, 7 Pistons, 8 Knicks, 9 Wizards, 10 Suns, 11 Spurs, 12 Kings, 13 Pelicans, and then 14 Grizzlies pick that became the Celtics pick. That's an interesting order. Of course, the Wolves at number 1, we got the report out from Kevin O'Connor that they would prefer to translate their pick into a win-now player, whether that means trading down or just straight up trading out of this, lottery. Of course, the Warriors, we know they tanked this whole year just to move this pick for another star. It seems very unlikely that they'll draft someone there, especially with the rumors that, they're interested in Denny Avdija, Tyrese Halliburton, all those kinds of complimentary names, not any one of the top 3. Of the top 3, we're going to have a little conversation about who's more likely, James Wiseman or Anthony Edwards, because I think LaMelo Ball is kind of out of the equation there. But that pick is clearly up for sale. The Hornets at 3, they're clearly going to take whoever's left of those top 3. But even then, do we think that they would be willing to move up to get the one that they really love? The Bulls, this is a team that has a wealth of talent, hasn't had good coaching, and now has a new GM. That alone gives you a huge amount of storylines. Zach LaVine may not be a winning player. Could he be translated into another asset? Could he be part of a way to move up? Is Wendell Carter on the block? Is Lauri Markkanen on the block? That team could move up or down. Will probably stay pat and take whatever wing they can get. I think a true point guard would fit them perfectly. I think Tyrese Halliburton would be a great pick for them. Even Killian Hayes has a path to being very good for them, but it seems more likely that they're going to go someone like Denny. 5 Cavs. This is a roster that thinks it's a win now team. There's a lot of issues with that assumption because they are clearly not a win now team, but even then they do have some vets and they don't have any glaring weaknesses. Maybe they have a weakness at the 3, but I'm not sure they really want to. I think they want to fill that hole in free agency, if that makes any sense. The Garland-Sexton duo clearly doesn't work in my opinion, but they're going to stick with it because they kind of have to, which makes a guard an impossibility here. Here's the way it seems is that Kevin Love is going to stick around until his contract ends just because they won't be able to trade him. Andre Drummond, why they acquired him to begin with was idiotic. I don't care that it cost a second-round pick. It's just a stupid trade. I genuinely think the Pistons won that trade because what are the Cavs going to get out of this? Nothing. If they re-sign Drummond, they're going to be stuck with a player that doesn't help to win. And if they don't re-sign Drummond, they just threw away some cap space and a second-round pick for no reason. So that's a lose-lose for the Cavs. At number 6, you have the Hawks. The Hawks could be a team to move up.